Morning, everybody. Somebody asked me about this, and so I just kind of wanted to go over it really quick with us, hopefully. Okay, so some was saying that there's no rapture, and there is a difference between what the Bible tells us about the rapture and what the Bible tells us about the second coming. Okay, that's two different comings. Some even preachers are saying that there's no rapture, and I don't see it that way. Maybe you do. I don't know. 1 Corinthians 15:51 will just say this. Paul says that it's a mystery. And he says, we shall not all sleep. In other words, we won't all be dead, but we shall all be changed. And so the dead in Christ shall rise first, and then we which are alive and remain shall meet up together with them in the clouds. Notice the big difference here, okay? And he says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, that's 1/10 of a second, at the last trump, we shall be changed. Okay, the rapture, the Bible tells us, will come as a thief, all right, in the night. What does a thief do? Do you hear him? No, you don't hear him. Do you see him? No, you don't see him. A thief is quiet. So, that's in 1 Thessalonians 5:2. So we are to meet the Lord in the air. We go to him. He doesn't come to us. We are going to him. In the twinkling of an eye, we are caught up. Now, a lot of people say rapture's not even in the Bible. Well, guess what? The word caught up means it's rapturous in Hebrew, and that means caught up. And that word means raptured. So we Christians just say raptured instead of caught up. So if you want to say caught up, say caught up. If you want to say say raptured, okay? So we will be caught up to meet the Lord when the trumpet blows, all right? So we are going to hear that trumpet blow. We're going to be like this, and then he's going to come, and we are going to just rise up to meet him in the air. That's in 1 Thessalonians 4:17. Read that. And then 1 Thessalonians 5:9 tells us God has not appointed us as his children to wrath. Well, what is the tribulation? It's wrath of God. And God tells us right there in 1 Thessalonians 5:9 that we are not appointed for the wrath. He did not create. What about all the other ones that have been dead and gone? Why should this last generation suffer God's wrath, and none of them that's dead and gone in the graves right now, why shouldn't they suffer the wrath? I mean, think about it. Would he allow this final generation to suffer the wrath if all the other ones don't have to suffer the wrath? It doesn't make sense. That's not a fair God. Whereas the second coming is chaos. It talks about the stars falling, the sun turning dark, the moon turning dark. That's all in Mark 13:24-27. And then the people shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. He's not as a thief. He is coming with great power and glory. And it says, every eye shall see him. So everybody's going to be looking up and going, whoa, we in trouble now. So it will be a spectacle to behold, but fearful for the ones who are left behind. It's so different from the thief in the night. And the Bible tells us that we are not in darkness, that day should overtake us as a thief. So it will be a thief to the lost. They won't know what happened to us. They're going to be like, whoa, wait a minute, what happened to them? And also 2 Thessalonians 1:7-8 is telling the Christians, rest with us as Jesus takes vengeance upon the unbelievers. Well, what about entering into thy rest? Entering into the rest. We are at rest while the tribulation is happening here on earth. So don't tell me there's not going to be a rapture. All right, love you. Be blessed. Bye. Maranatha.